The girl is climbing down 1,000-meter tower, but when she steps on the ladder collapses. Fortunately, her friend responds quickly, grabs the safety rope, stops her falling body. Looking at the ladder landed dozens of seconds later, the girl is extremely panicked. With the help of her reliable friend, she climbs up with all her strength, finally out of danger. The two celebrates with each other. When looking down, only then has they realized the ladder they climbed up has long gone. They have no way out. The girl is desperate. They'd rather die. Regretted that they shouldn't have come in the first place. Her name is Becky, who is an amateur mountain climber. On a climb a year ago, she saw her husband fell off a cliff. Since then, she refused any social activities. Until a few days ago, Shiloh suddenly came to the door, said that she has become a full-time anchor. She prepared to climb the 4th tallest television tower in US. Becky initially wanted to refuse, but Shiloh thought this is her chance to get over the sadness. She can say goodbye to the past with an adventure. Becky was finally convinced by her. The two drove to the TV tower, learned from local residents in a nearby club. This TV tower is more than 600 meters high. Because it is in disrepair, the government plans to dismantle it soon. Early the next morning, they drives to the TV tower. Just about to arrive, the road is blocked by a warning gate. Without any choice, they are on their foot hiking into the desert. When they arrive at the bottom of the tower, they finally realize how high the tower is. Becky's heart is once again occupied by fear, but Shiloh is extremely excited. Connect the two people together with a safety lock. Then she climbs up along the iron ladder. Becky doesn't want to disappoint her. She takes a deep breath and takes heavy steps. The ladder is trembling with the rhythm of the two of them, as if it's about to fall off at any time. Becky doesn't dare to look down the whole time. Shiloh is the complete opposite. The more she films, the more excited she becomes and soon come to the top platform. From here upwards, there is only one pillar with a ladder attached outside. The wind is howling. Becky takes a deep breath. She can only keep climbing with eyes closed. Through the extended signal receiver, the two finally get to the top of the tower. Looking at the vast mountainous landscape, they shouts out with excitement. The beauty and awesome of the scene gives both of them an unprecedented sense of accomplishment. Shiloh quickly poses for various photos. She even bought a new drone for this. She feels that she's bound to be famous after releasing the clip. Becky takes out her boyfriend's ashes, scatters them in the breeze little by little, as if saying goodbye to all the unforgettable past. When the two of them are about to climb down, the ladder that they climbed up suddenly falls off. Although the two are not injured, but lost the only way out, they instinctively want to call for help. But there is no signal at all. Becky looks around in panic, found an emergency contact box at her feet. They immediately open it. There are binoculars and a flare gun inside. This gives some hope to the two of them. But soon Becky discovers a serious problem. The backpack was dropped on the received in the incident. Water supplies and snacks for both of them are inside. Becky is panicked again, but Shiloh is extremely optimistic. Maybe the loud noise of the falling ladder would attract the attention of passersby. 2 hours have passed. There is only a dilapidated camper van nearby, no one else. Shiloh takes out her phone again to check the signal. To her surprise, someone liked the video posted online at the bottom of the tower, which means the mobile phone can receive the signal if they move a little down. They immediately enters a help message into the mobile phone, then use the rescue rope to slowly put down the phone. When it reaches the signal range, help messages will be automatically sent out. But the length of the rope is limited. Even with Shiloh's whole body hangs in the air, still no signal on the phone. Then Becky suggests, we can throw the phone down. Just make sure the phone doesn't get broken. The phone is shaking a lot in the shoe. Shiloh quickly takes off her socks as filler. After making sure everything is in order, the two of them drops it with great expectations. Will it succeed in the end? Only God knows. Shiloh looks around with a telescope. Suddenly she found a figure shaking under the tower. Two people shouts loudly, but the distance is too far. The sound can't get through at all. Becky has no other way. She just throws her shoes down. The second one happened to hit the ladders. This time it finally catches the man's attention. The two of them shouts wildly, thought they are finally saved. Unexpectedly, the man only looks around, doesn't look up at all. Becky takes out the flare gun. Shiloh quickly stops her. Because this is their last chance, it's better to wait until dark. That man didn't go far anyway. Finally it's sunset. Becky takes out the flare gun and pulls the trigger. This time the man finally found the two people on the top of the tower. They waves their hands happily. They can finally leave this damn place. However, the man comes directly to their car. After smashing the car window, he drives the car away. All the hopes have been vanished at this moment. The flashing signal light on the top of the tower can't bring them any warmth. The two sits next to each other all night. When the sun rises, they are exhausted mentally and physically. The rescue team hasn't come yet, which means the mobile phone that was thrown away yesterday was broken before the signal was received. Becky sighed. It would be nice if we can use the drone to fly to the club to deliver the message. Shiloh looks at the backpack. She plans to take advantage of her climbing skills. Tries climbing down using a safety rope. After fastening one end of the rope to the iron pole, Shiloh takes a deep look at Becky, then climbs down. What makes it worse is that the length of the rope is limited. She is only a little way from the backpack. Shiloh can only takes off the safety buckle, using the weight of her body to swing. Luckily, she falls on the receiver, but getting the backpack doesn't mean it's over. How to go back is also a problem. Shiloh thinks for a while, takes out the selfie stick in her backpack. She first hangs her backpack on the safety rope, then with Becky's encouragement, she jumps. The good news is that she manages to grab the backpack. The bad news is that when she gets to the top of the tower, her hand slipped and she falls. Becky is completely frightened. Shiloh won't die like this, right? She finally mustered up the courage to look down. Thank God Shiloh is still alive. The backpack on the rope saved her life. With the joint efforts of the two, Shiloh finally climbs back to the platform. Becky couldn't wait to take off her backpack to drink water, then use an eyebrow pencil to write a message for help. The drone takes off with the note. When driving towards the club, Becky is excited. Who knows the next second, the remote control shows that the battery is about to run out. Just in case, she decides to let the drone fly back to charge first. After all, they only have one chance. But on this merciless iron tower, where to charge? The two of them waits in despair and helplessness until night. The signal light comes on again. Hope is rekindled in their hearts. Finally waits until dawn. Becky tries her best to climb to the top, removes the cover of the signal light to expose the base of light bulb. She then plugs in the charger, supporting the drone with her body. Although Becky is exhausted to hold on, but watching the battery gradually becomes full, she sees hope again. But suddenly, a vulture circling around. Becky dodges in a hurry. The backpack falls down. Finally, the drone's battery is fully charged. She climbs back to the deck. After a few hours of hanging, she is extremely tired. But when the drone is released, she is boosted with hope. Looking at the club getting closer and closer, she could no longer hold her excitement. However, the drone is crashed by a coming truck. She still holds onto a bit of luck, but the driver only glances for a second then drives away. She is now in complete despair. A vulture lands on the top of the tower. It smells to death. What's worse, the sky not far is covered with dark clouds. A storm is coming. Becky feels like she can't hold on anymore. Shiloh encourages her to eat more food to regain her strength. Looking at her remaining shoes, Becky suggests Shiloh to try throwing the phone away again. However, Shiloh turns the side of her bloody face. Becky then remembers, Shiloh actually fell to death yesterday. Becky is just as scared to face Shiloh is already dead. Becky bursts into tears after realizing the reality. See, the storm is coming. She shrinks her body into a ball, holding the iron rod tightly with both hands. Becky gradually closes her eyes. When the storm dissipates, a vulture lands next to unconscious Becky. Then, it starts to eat the flesh from Becky's wound. But Becky suddenly stretches out her hands, grabbing the vulture's neck. It turns out she was just pretending to be dead. The purpose is to eat the flesh of the vulture, to restore her energy and strength. Becky tightens the safety rope onto the iron pole, then starts climbing down. After reaching the rope limit, she cuts off her lock then jumps, and lands on the platform of Shiloh's cold body. She drives away the vultures with fierce eyes. She takes out her phone again to edit the SOS message, then stuffs it into Shiloh's shoe. Watching her best friend's dead body, her heart is full of guilt. But she has to do what would make herself survive from this. She stuffs the shoe into Shiloh's body, then pushes hard with both hands. Shiloh then free falls into the sky from the tower. With human body as a buffer, the SOS message on the mobile phone will be sent out. When night falls, Becky's father and the rescue team arrives at the scene. After more than 60 hours of extreme survival, Becky is miraculously rescued. The movie ends here. The story is simple, but the exciting scenes in the movie will definitely give you an immersive experience. That's today's movie. Thanks for watching. See you next time.